Welcome, everybody, to the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series live from Iowa tonight. We are racing here with a total of 175 laps. We got my partner James J in the booth with me. How you doing, James?
Hey, Aaron. Happy Sunday evening to you. First of all, congratulations to the new Cup Series champion in the real world. Tonight, we're going to go Cup racing, and I'm real excited to start the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series broadcast with you. Thanks for letting me sit in, but we have a new voice, another voice of Midwest Motorsports, Aaron Holroyd. If you don't know Aaron, the big racer in the Midwest Motorsports League, and we're just really excited about having a broadcast and bringing a broadcast commentary to the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series. So thanks for being willing to do this, Aaron. We're happy to have you. This is your show. I expect to drop this off to you and let you run this. Again, this is your show, and we're going to make it fun for everybody. It's going to be a growing process. So it's going to get better and better as we go, and just real excited about the racing, especially tonight at Iowa. So tell us more about what we're going to see tonight, Aaron.
Well, we're going to see it first. The Cup cars have not actually raced to Iowa IRL, so we're going to go ahead and break the rules, and we're going to introduce these guys to the Iowa track before the real guys do it. So as you see right now, we got Dustin looking in at him doing a couple of qualifying laps. He's last year's series champion. Practice looking very fast. I do believe he was top of the board. So, he's looking to rebound after not being inside the top three the past two races. He's definitely looking to make his change and try to hold down that first place. New Iowa, home of Iowa Speedway, built in 2006, but they broke ground in 2005. Costed $70 million. So with that, they're looking at doing the actual Cup Series guys here next summer, 24, I believe. That's what I saw on the schedule. See what our guys can do tonight. James, how do you think the race is going to go?
Well, it's tricky. I was going to ask you if you wanted to break it down as far as the number of laps, when the stage breaks are, and let's see, looks like we got 15 or 18 cars ready to qualify. So tell us more about the laps and the stages and the rules, fast repairs, number of tires. Have you gone through all that?
I might have missed a couple of those things, but I do know we have stages of lap 40 and 81 for stage 2 with a total of 175. If I'm not mistaken, they're going to have one fast repair, maybe. For the most part, I do believe they're going to have 2 to 3 tires. And with that being said, they're going to be trying to use those tires perfectly well. As I just see from my broadcast guys, they have 3 sets of tires. So they're going to start off with 1 and have 2 to change off to. Going to be tricky here. Not a lot of banking in this turn, so have to be very sparing with it. 50% fuel, so I anticipate them coming in maybe just before the end of the stage breaks and see if some people can stretch it out and go a little bit longer.
And that final stage, I think, is going to be interesting too, to see when the guys pit. These guys are the Cup Series of Midwest Motorsports, so quite often, not always, but most often, they're relatively clean and not full of cautions. So there might be some green flag cautions, and when you take tires on that last stage might determine the winner too. So it's going to be pretty exciting. We have 15 seconds left of qualifying. So let's get ready to go Cup racing. I believe it's Rusty Wallace' dream come true to the Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, correct.
70 truck. So Wiki, that's Sawicki's first race with us at Midwest Motorsports. So we're glad to have Sawicki with us. Thanks for joining Midwest Motorsports. Of course, if you're interested, midwest-motorsports.com is where you can get some info on how to join, and qualifying is done. You're right. Dustin Reinstedel, number 11 on the pole.
Yep, we got Jason Huffman on his tail with the 6/100ths of a second difference. Back behind them, we got Anthony Castro in the 8 car and Andrew Miller in the 29. We got Eric Thaler rounding out 5. And then you got Clarence Prince running in 6th place. Dominic Sawicki, the rookie of the class. I shouldn't say rookie, more of the new guy in our series at least. Starting off 7th next to Chris Melton. And then you got John Mankowski and Brandon Hidden. Those are your top 10 drivers. Kevin Mayer and Justin Thaler getting to the top 12. believe we have some more drivers coming down. We got Robert Olofsson and Peter Dillon, Norm Snyder, Craig Hawkins, and back of the field, Chris Sather, who I don't think he ran a qualifying lap, so he's looking to get some racing going here and get up the front as fast as he could.
That's awesome. We're going to go racing.
See, we got everybody entering the pit lane right now, so should he see some cars in the track lining up pretty soon. So as far as it come with NASCAR, I know the ARCA guys race here all year. They race here every year, but the last time there was a truck or Xfinity car would have been back in 2019, where in real life I had that stat earlier. We had Chase Briscoe driving a Ford. Last time that he was in an Xfinity car was the last time a big NASCAR race weekend was here. So with 2024 coming up, I know they're doing the Cup cars, and we'll see if they bring back the Xfinity and the Truck Series. Get some big town races and the small town night tracks. We're gonna come up here with the. Looks like we have some crashes popping up. Maybe some little hits in the back of the field. I got a couple of reds popping up on my screen. With that, let's see, we're going to come to one to go here. Oh, looks like we did hit some crashes. Uh-oh. Is that the jinx we got from the commentary?
Might be.
Oh,
People
no.
are working on their IPL already, just building up their number. It's like everybody might have been clean.
Okay, I don't know what my screen was telling me. It was lined up red like people were hitting each other, so might have been an accident.
Sometimes
looks like
they
probably just a glitch.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, looks like they're going to be coming around here for the race start pretty soon.
Boom, you're right.
There you go. You got coming into the last of the warm-up laps.
Dunkin' Donuts paint job of the number 4, Jason Huffman, on the outside's looking good. Some cool paint liveries out here. So congrats to everybody for keeping their liveries cool. Lights are out in the pace car, Aaron. You going to bring us to green?
Yes, sir. We're going to come down here in the backstretch and get this race going. Where are they at? They are on the backstretch. Okay. Yeah, we got Dustin the White DeWalt car. He's looking to get that first place. I mean, he got 10th last week, and before that took his provisional. So let's see if he can get up to the top step of the podium this week. At least get a top 3. He needs that. Here we go. Lights off. Pace car looks like it is going in. I did see a flash of lights here. And looks like we're off. Dustin Reinsettle leading him to turn 1. Followed closely by Anthony Castor, giving him a good push off the beginning. Here we go. Again, the Dunkin' Donuts holding it on the outside. There you go. Eric Taylor could dive in inside Castor right now. These two love to battle it out. Side by side down the backstretch. Castor opting for that higher line. I've been told it's a little creepy for both sides. You got a lot of bumps too high. You got bumps too low. So we'll see what these guys settle into. It's a good start. Everybody's getting a good lap going.
Have you driven the Iowa track, Aaron? It maybe not in the Cup car, but in anything?
I have not actually driven the Iowa track at all yet. I don't even have the track owned yet.
Roger, no worries.
Yeah.
Not sure about tire wear or if tire saving is going to be a factor or the right line. Eric Thaler usually is one of the senior racers in the league, so he usually runs proper line. Looks like he's right in the middle lane. We got somebody in the grass already.
There you go. Hawkins cut some grass for us. Do a little lawn mowing. Get a little loose off the turn. Trying to get a little foot down too heavy. It's second lap in. Gotta ease a little bit more there, Craig. You get a little lawn service going there in Iowa.
A lot of power in Cup cars on a short track.
Oh yeah, from what I was told too, a lot of guys want to downshift to fourth. So we got another guy off. Justin Taylor in the pits. Oh
no,
just gonna nose it in there. Justin, no, what'd you do, man? Oh, might have got a little tap in, but a little too hard.
Oh, that's Norm. Norm Snyder trying to stay off of Norm.
That looked like it might have been a little bit of a. What
just saying hello.
Yeah, just give him a little kiss. Hi. Oh, we are under caution though, so that will bring out the caution.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another accident. Oh, Eric going for a little ride too. Wow. Oh no.
Lighten it up. Really cool that we have live race control. He went all the way around. That's the difference. Oh, and then right up into traffic. Dangerous rejoin. Race control had no choice but to throw yellow.
Yeah, can't have cars doing donuts on the straightaway during the race. So we got your running order now. We got Dustin Reinsettle holding down first, Anthony Castor making his way up from second, starting to third. Don McSwicki started seventh. He's a big mover. He got up to 4 positions in the third spot. You got Jason Huffman holding down fourth place. He was the guy that started second, so not too much ground lost. Let's see what they're going to do here. Looks like they're waiting for the pit lane car. Be interested to see if anybody takes some. I'm not going to take any tires of fuel. Now it's too early. What am I saying?
I think it's early. They may come in for fuel. I don't know if to go long, maybe shorten the stop. Maybe somebody in the back. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, Justin's going to go ahead and go into the pits and see what he can get fixed. See that popping up. Let's see. Yeah, they got lap 40s when they're first staging, and out of 175 laps, I don't even know if I would even be taking tires at lap 40.
Yeah.
It's going to be far too early. You got to at least maybe do a mid-race stop between stage 1 and 2. I tell you what, I'm happy I don't have to figure that out. How about you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's one less headache I got to worry about. You just got to sit up here and talk to me the whole time.
I'm not complaining at all, man. This is great. I don't follow the Cup Series too much in Midwest Motorsports, so again, it's a learning experience for everybody here. It's just a shout out to Colin Huffman running the cameras and Josh Watt also running the race controls. Colin sacrificing usually does run the Cup Series after he's got some new equipment, things like that. Wants to sort out the details before going live too much more, but really appreciate Colin's effort in helping us run the live stream, bringing it to everybody's home tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, all we do, we just talk. These guys actually have to take care of their caution, to when to throw their caution, or what camera to go to. So if all I have to do is talk and look at the little stat pages, I'll take that all day. These guys have the hard job, and without them, there wouldn't be a broadcast system. So definitely thank you to those two guys, Colin, Jason, or Joshua.
So this is race 3. Is it too early to talk about championship?
It's never too early to talk about championship. I mean, you have you got Justin taking second and third, so he's not doing himself any bad business right there. I mean, he's only 1 point up against Christopher, so far this points are still pretty close. You got Christopher running second with 1 down. You got Eric that running third, 4 down from them, and then Peter Dillon, one of the new guys from the season. He's only 4th place with -8 points. Oh shoot! And then looks like we got some insider scoop from Colin today. He said he's going to save that Thursday at JSKC Spin. So it looks like they're going to be doing end of stage 2 is when they're going to be looking at getting some tires. That's 81 laps for one set of tires, huh? That's going to be pretty tricky.
Maybe not a lot of fall off. And again, it seems like they're burning the right rear pretty fast. So we're going to see, I think the driver's rule is to treat like you at the gas pedal, like you have a raw egg under the gas pedal, and just be really smooth throttle application, and not
That's right.
burn up the right rear.
That's
Lights
right.
are out in the pace car, so we're gonna go green.
Yep, it's a short track too. They're running really quick laps, so we don't want to get caught messing around here. You got Dustin holding down the inside with Castor on the outside now, and then newcomer Don McSwicki in the third spot. See how they get off the line here. You got the pace car pulling in now, and it's going to be on Dustin now. He takes a quick jab at that. Didn't want to waste no time getting away from these guys. Leading them into turn 1 as looking back at Dominic. Having a good showing of it. From 7th to 2nd, I would say that's a good improvement there. He was pretty good at practice. I did see him running 2nd place, so I don't think he's going to be any slouch or push over here.
Probably not his first night in a Cup car.
No,
I would say
definitely.
for Dustin either. Dustin runs almost all the road series and trucks as well. Last season's truck series champ also. So Dustin, a lot of time in his sim rig. Also does all the 3 wide here.
Let's see how that pans out for them. You got 3 guys taking it into turn 3.
Holding it down.
These guys-
42.
These guys are being nice. Good for them. This is why you come watch the Cup guys. These guys know how to give and take a lot better than when it's a little bit easier when you got 14 cars. You don't have 34 to run around.
And it's early days yet also, so we'll see if we get closer to lap 170. They might not play as nice, but again, I agree with you that these guys really are a lot of give and take.
Yeah, we know. I mean, we know Dustin. He let you saw. Sawicki went by him, so Sawicki's looking to put some time away. Dustin's going to play the long game here. We have a caution come out again. What happened back here in the back of the pack? We had the 63 car, Pete Dillon. Right. Ooh, got a little wiggle there.
Tank
Send it all the way around.
Catch it. Oh.
Oh, does not catch it. Overcorrects. Gets a little damage there. Give a kiss to the wall. There we go. We're under caution again. So Dustin shows him up in first now. And maybe he got back behind Sawicki before. Interesting turn. Or maybe they're going to pass back in.
Yeah. Sawicki let up before Dustin did.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Dominic, newbie. Nice to see him here, running good so far. Dustin playing the smart game.
See the restart zone as well.
Yeah, we get to see his first chance. Come on, Dominic. You have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably talking to race chat or race control right now.
Yeah. There we go. Pace car is by, and now we will probably see some people. See them going to top off, see what they're going to check out. I mean, if I'm in the back of this opportunity, I would take the chance to hit the pits for a little bit of fuel and see what the tire was already at. You know, being 15 laps in, I think they only ran maybe 10 hard laps. So if you see what your tires are at after 10 good laps, wouldn't hurt if you're in the back of the pack.
Right, and then that would shorten your fuel nozzle time. You do come in at the stage.
Correct.
Maybe jump a couple spots, topping off. If I was in the last 5 or 10, coming to top off 15 of fuel. What are the stage breaks?
They got stage 1 ends at lap 40. Stage 2 is 81, and for a total of 175. So they still got 25 laps to hold down here. Dominic looking to put his foot in the door and see what he can get down for some points.
Yeah, so I believe the top 5 get points, stage points, all the way through. So stage points will play a role in the championship as the season progresses.
Correct, yeah. So Dustin, he's going to want to get some of those stage points real quick, that's for sure. And then you got, Dominic's got 2 races to catch up on. So if I'm Dominic, I'm looking to put some hammer down and see what I can get points-wise here. I mean, I'm 2 races back already, starting on a short track. Lucky he missed Daytona. That was a race for sure. I heard Auto Club wasn't too much better. All right, we need to see. We got one person taking the pitch. We got Craig Hawkins, the driver who brought out the caution, looking to see how much time he's got. I don't think he'd want to use a fast repair just yet. That's a little too light of a tap to do a fast repair. Look at the points as they run now. You got Chris Thaler. Like I said, Chris Thaler started last place. He's up 11 spots in the 6th position now. Let's see. You got Dominic up 6. There it is. Brandon Hinton back there in 15th. He lost 5 spots so far. I'd say he's the biggest loser of the spots. Dominic Sawicki is running the fastest lap time so far.
Lights are out in the pace car. Dominic Sawicki's going to get in the restart zone. He chooses the inside. Jason Huffman right behind him on the inside. Probably not going to good to get a push on a shorter track like Iowa.
Yeah, especially when it's like I said, these turns, you got to be careful in these turns because they come up really quick in these short tracks, and you don't want to be using that right tire too hard.
And Castor looking good at number 8.
Yeah, holding it down for Budweiser. We got the pace car pulling in now. It's going to be on Dominic to let them go, and he goes real quick too. He's got a nice low pull and jump on everybody. Jason Huffman holding the Ranch to the top part and see what they're going to do here in turn 1. Bringing it down here, we got John Minkowski trying to get the inside of Dustin Reinsetto as well.
I saw Dustin wanted to take that arc and couldn't do it because the 42 was Minkowski was right there. Good reaction time for Dustin. I believe Dustin uses VR, so good for him to recognize somebody on the inside again. The Cup guy's showing us how it's done.
Yeah, Dustin, I mean, give it to him, man. He's got that VR hooked up. He can see everything everywhere. So leave it up to him to hold down this race and try to get his points back. We do have Chris there making a spot on one of the other Thaylors in the group. So he's now into 5th spot, just behind Minkowski here. Problems for Chris Thaylor. He's dropping down pretty quick. He's lost a couple spots. Might have slid out a little bit, but held it on together. So we're going to keep it green now. Still have Dominic Sawicki up front, Jason Huffman in 2nd spot, Dustin Reinsettle holding down 3rd, and John Mankowski just on the outside of Dustin, holding down 4th spot.
After that earlier spin, Eric Thaler always all the way back up to 5th, where he started.
Oh, that's a good catch there. I did not notice that. Holding down 5th spot, making a move. Doesn't want to let these guys get too far away. We still got stage though, so we don't have to hold it. Oh, looks like he's up against the wall there. Might be running a little close, but oh, that's not good signs for lap 22 to be all the way up in the wall like that.
I guess now's the time to figure it out.
Yeah, now you gotta see how much tires those actually, how much grip those tires actually have. You're good. Look at this Mankowski. Lap 22. Yeah, we got 17 more laps to go before the end of stage break. That FPC car pulling down the 4th spot. Running pretty well here, not too far off time-wise. Running strong, 24.3, so he's in the hunt. Just only a 10th off of Sawicki here. Coming through turn 2 onto the backstretch again, lap 24. Dustin holding down the top 3 spot. Playing the smart game, holding it out, trying to play the long game here. Doesn't want to use up too much of the tires, but doesn't want to let some valuable stage points go, as he only has 15 laps left to get a 3rd place stage points. Maybe put some pressure on Huffman here pretty soon. Probably just feeling it out, trying to let the car come to him.
So, Aaron, tell us more about your broadcast and why you wanted to help do commentary on the Cup Series on Sunday.
Well, you know what? I did like racing all this series. With my work, I did get a different schedule, so there's gonna be times where I am and am not gonna be making races. And I figure, you know, if I can't commit myself to at least making 3 races a month, if I can only do 2, I don't want to sit there and just race like that. I want to do something more valuable and bring more attention. As we see Huffman getting the spin out. Oh, gets collected with Eric Thaler. Eric Thaler gets caught up in that again.
Wow.
Oh,
it looks
no.
like the floor got really sideways.
Yeah, he lost it all by himself. Just slung it out there, tried to correct it, overcorrected. Mankowski just nicked him, and then Thaler nowhere to go.
Oh.
That's going to be probably have to be a fast spare for that one.
Yeah.
That's really early to use a fast spare. Not even 30 laps in, you got to use one. Oh man, I'm feeling for you, Eric.
Let's ride with Eric.
See what Eric sees. Doesn't know hard, man. He doesn't know if the car's going to go down or going to stay up there. I mean, it's unpredictable. You can't see tires spinning. You don't know if he's going to let the gas go or let the brakes go or just keep holding it there.
I hope Eric, sorry, Aaron, didn't mean to interrupt you. I hope Eric lives in a house and not an apartment, because you could probably hear him screaming down the street even. Oh man, that just happened so fast. Hope Eric tells his dogs that everything's okay, not to panic. He woke everybody up in the house, but
oh man,
he has a fast repair.
Look at that damage. Oh, Eric, I feel for you, bud. That's a hard one.
Is it just me or the iRacing graphics got better on some of their damage?
That looks a lot better. I don't think I've seen a missing front right, and like the tire looks a heck of a lot better than I've ever seen.
I agree.
Sorry to use Eric as the demonstrator, as he can't get the pit box right. Oh. Well, it looks like we get that quick duct tape job done on there and get that car back out looking good to go. Did Huffman not pit? Oh, wow.
Huffman stays out.
No, he pitted. Let's see.
Okay.
That pit lane. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. He took a pretty good look there. I thought he pit for sure. So yeah, back what we were saying, if I couldn't commit at least 3 races a month, I figured, this race starts late enough, 7 o'clock. I could always make it home by 6:15, 6:30 at least. That doesn't have to give me the hassle of trying to set everything up because I'm unfortunately don't have the ability to leave my rig setup up the whole time. I have to take it down and put it up every time I do a race. So I figured if I just stick with my trucks on Fridays, come in here, hang out with the boys on Sundays, it's late enough to where I can do it, but it's also early enough to where I don't have to worry about work the next day. So it's kind of that happy medium of coming in here, hanging out with the big guys, showing them the appreciation for all they do racing wise, and give them the show. And that, it's the Cup guys, man. You want to give them a good show. You want them to be proud. We want them to be proud of their racing and show everybody off and say, "Look at this, we got somebody talking now."
Right, and tell your friends and family to join in and watch all the Twitch stream. And if you're listening now on the Discord, so we see somebody in the pits here, replay the 19 come in the wrong pit box. Craig
See 19. Oh, in the wrong pit. You get a little lost there on pit road.
That was the second attempt.
Second time, okay.
All good. He figured it out.
He maybe needs to go get somebody to fix that little pit icon for him so he knows where he's going. They're speed up, see where that's not him speeding, that's just the replay got a little bit faster so we can see where he's going. Let's see, we see a 19 pit stall.
Lord. All good.
Colin trying to get us the hot action here. Craig Hawkins, a local Virginian, that's myself. I'm not from Virginia, but I do live here, so it's nice to see somebody else. We'll have to get up with him and see where he's at. Oh, here's the incident.
Oh, shoot. Missed the pit wall. Other side of the pit wall. There it is.
He's just taking the little late model racetrack.
Yeah, the Legends track.
Yeah, the little Legends track. I figured he get the little Legend pit box. He's like, oh, I'm in the wrong pit box.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't do it without hitting the barrier, so he stayed out and just. Does he still get an off track for that?
Would be interesting to see off track events. Yeah, I do believe so. He did get an off track.
Too bad. He tried to do the right thing. At least he didn't hit the yellow barriers.
Yeah. So
Larson do that on Blaney a couple weeks ago. Lights are out in the race car.
Lights are out. We're coming to the flag. We're going to have 7 laps left till the stage break. So pretty sure we're going to see Dustin. He's in that second spot. If I were him, we're going to want that first place stage points for sure. Dominic, just as well chomping at the bits. He has 0 points in the league, so he's going to try to get those first place points as well. You got Mankowski, Castor, and then you've got the 77 of Kevin Mayer in the top 5 now, up 6 spots. So let's see how these boys hold it down as Sawicki brings him to the Geico restart line, and he's off just like that. Quick start as well. Gets away pretty good from these guys. Not sure it's going to help him out. His Castor's going to be helping Ryan Siddle get pushed up there too. So we'll see how he holds down 8. They're going 3 wide into turn 2 now.
3 wide.
They ain't wasting no time. Dustin gets a little love tap from the wall. As I see him coming in here, we got Kevin Mayer pushing up the 4th spot now. He's going to look to push these guys 3 wide too. Oof.
Recognize that name. Kevin Mayer is also in the Road Series. Does a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, Kevin is coming into a bunch of those series now, so he's going to be one of those guys to watch out for. As he is also, in the Road Series, that's correct.
Oh, sideways. Opposite lock for Kevin Mayer.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, hold it down.
Keep it off the wall. He's going all the way around. Don't throw it.
I think we're going to be okay here. They're going to keep it green.
Because we're on the stage break lap. So hopefully they'll be able to race back to the line for the stage. Go back up to the front.
Yeah, they got till lap 40 for the stage.
40, thank you.
Yeah, so just a solo car, he's out of the way. I don't think they're going to throw the caution for that. It's just let it keep going and try to get this thing caught back up. You know, it's just stage one, so unfortunately he's going to miss out those stage points. As we see Mankowski putting it on the inside of Sawicki now. Oh, he's getting sideways. Mankowski, see if he holds it. He does hold it, okay.
Wow.
Just gives up the one spot. That was a wild ride. He took a nice spin off the corner. Held it together. He didn't overcorrect. Just kind of made sure he held the pace. You want to point those wheels the direction you want to go, so he held it pretty good there. Showing the boys how it's done.
Great catch, Mankowski.
Yeah. So Wiki bringing it back here. They're going to come to the finish line here to hold down the last 2 laps. The pits will be closing this lap around. So if they're going to come in for fuel, it would have been right now, but not going to happen. So Wiki holding off Ryan Settle. Caster now up to the 3 spot, right where he started actually. So no ground gained or lost for Caster, as he is getting challenged now by Justin Taylor. Pits are closed, guys. We got 2 laps remaining. As Taylor bringing it in the inside of Mankowski now, trying to get that 4th spot. Wants to get an extra little stage point break. There he goes, holding it down, giving him a nice amount of room there. 48, doing the same way, holding it up high, giving plenty of room as he hits that bump. Oh, I saw that, caught that bump and got a little wiggle. Mankowski's he's having to hang on to that car tonight for sure. Looks like he's gonna lose another spot to Melton here. Melton's looking to sweep in and get that last bonus spot for 5th place. Taylor making his charge back up into 7th after that big hit, and we are coming to caution. That is your stage 1 winner, Dominic Sawicki, with Dustin Reinstedt, Anthony Caster, Justin Taylor, and Chris Melton does get the final stage spot. The stage points. Sawicki, stage winner. Rookie to the series, but not to racing. Nice to have him here in that Neon Night 70 car. How do you think he's doing so far there, James? He's first day racing here, getting stage points already.
Yep, all credit to him. I was just scrolling through the rules book to see if there are any drops this season, so stay tuned for that. So Wiki might be in still to play for the championship if there are any drops, or if he continues to do this well as he's showing tonight. Definitely impressed with Sawicki's ability, not only his ability to stay up front, but to just racing side by side on his first night, earning the respect of his other fellow competitors. And now by winning, might be putting a target on his back, showing all his cars that he is here to play. And maybe everybody won't be so nice next time they're around him or give him space, but we'll see. Again, I'm just going on a stretch, but definitely impressed with Sawicki's driving and skills in this first stage at Iowa. Yeah. A very tricky track of Iowa.
Yeah, it looks like I did see a couple cars take tires. I saw some cars up in the jacks get dropped down, so not sure how that's going to work out. 40 laps in, you got 1 set of tires left, I believe, so that's going to be a long stretch. I got to hold down here as Eric chooses to stay out. Oh, okay, so they have 3 extra tire sets, so they had 4 tire sets total. Got it.
Start with 1, and then you have 3 on the floor.
Got it. See, I've heard other ways where I've heard 3 sets, so I'm thinking, you got the one you start with and then 2 more. So it's all right. We're learning here. Eric Taylor choosing to stay out. Says, no, I got my fast repair down and I got my tires changed. I'm good to go, boys.
That's right. That's right. And the 87 also, or 83 also stayed out.
Yeah, Christopher Prince. When was the last time he was? He hadn't been in for a while either, so that's yeah, lap 28. Okay. These guys are choosing to change up the strategy a little bit. Dustin going in there, coming out 3rd place, so he picked up a couple spots. Looks like.
So Eric Thaler is going to start his restart next when we go green. Let's see if Eric Thaler can stay up front and avoid any other drama tonight. He gives the pace car a little nudge, a little net code there. I don't know if he's just saying hello to Barney.
Well, it looks like your stage 1 winner, Dominic Sawicki, goes in the pits first, comes out sixth. Not sure if he had a little bit of an incident with missing the pit box or what happened there. But he started out in seventh place, so he made his way up to the top for the extra point. So he's not going to be a slouch. He'll know how to get back up there when he needs to.
I think a couple guys may have gotten fuel. Maybe Justin Thaler might have gotten fuel. Looking at the pit stop lap time, Dominic may have taken tires because his pit stop time was 15 seconds, where everybody else was 7 seconds. So maybe he took 4 where everybody else took 2. A couple other guys are at 15-second pit stops. Chris Melton had a 15-second stop. Brandon Hinton and Kevin Mayer all had 15-second stops. So those guys might have taken 4.
Those guys definitely did take 4. That would explain how he went from first to sixth. As you see, the top 4 guys, the 4 guys in front of him, they definitely only took fuel. So we get the pace car lights off now. Looks like they're coming around here this time around and get the green flag to get this race underway again. Castor still holding down the 4th spot now. I'm sorry, outside of Dustin Reinsettle.
Eric chose the outside to restart.
Oh, there you go. Eric chose outside. Okay. Maybe he's not feeling that inside too much. He doesn't want to burn those tires up too much. When we get these guys bunched up here, try to get them all off a good clean start. Get the pace car about to pull in. It's going to give Eric Thaler the go-ahead to go when he wants to under the Geico restart zone. And there he goes, taking a big jump. Castor not wasting any time to be right hot on his tail. Wants to get that second spot cleared from Clarence Prince. Coming down. Look at that. Just like I thought, Sawicki already taking it back up to second place from 6 off that restart. He wasted no time with those fresh tires. Looks like he's trying to lead. He wants to clear Thaler right here. Oh, getting a little loose there. They might have had a little touch there. He got a little loose and was hanging on to it. Thaler was really high up in the wall too. They might have had a little touch. He's got to get that right rear cooled down quickly. He doesn't want to have too much heat in there. It's going to cause that car to spin out a lot faster. Diving it late on the inside. Taking
so
Thaler.
Definitely got a faster car. It's a little bit of patience here.
Oh, there goes Eric.
Around he goes.
Oh, hold it down. Just misses his brother.
Action behind too. Looks like that's Antcaster. Nope, Chris Thaler.
That's Thaler. That's Thaler, boys. Oh,
that's the dad. Chris Thaler is Eric and Justin's dad.
There he goes.
Chris Thaler, a little heavy on the right foot there.
Chris Thaler sends it around, and Eric Thaler sends it around, and Eric almost hits Justin. And we got Castor.
Ant got his front left down on the apron, and that kind of upset the car completely.
Yeah, he's fortunate enough to keep it off the wall. As we go back under caution, 47 laps in, coming up to 48. And we see a little mix-up going. Eric Thaler's going to drop down to the 5 spot after that spin around, just in front of brother Justin. Yeah, so what do you think's going on here with these cars there? James, you think they're trying to push a little too hard, too early on new sets or old sets?
I'm not sure if the balance of it, they just took 2. So I'm assuming they took right sides. So maybe they're too new and a little too much throttle application too early. But that seems pretty late in the corner. It was almost on the start-finish line by the time Eric lost it. So I'm not sure why Eric spun after contact with the wall a lap earlier. Chris was more in the middle of the turn 3 to the exit as he was applying the throttle, but Eric definitely should have been full throttle by the time he gets to the start-finish line, and maybe not even full throttle in these cup cars on this tight track.
Yeah, it's interesting to point out. I do know that upon listening to them during practice, they were saying that the bottom and the high line are really bumpy, that a couple areas will catch you off guard. So maybe it might be time to try to figure out that middle line, and then maybe at that middle line isn't running too well on the outside on the exits of the turn, so maybe catch them off guard there too. So Iowa playing havoc to these guys, as this track is not the updated Cup track. I did hear that they are going to be updating the actual Iowa track for the Cup cars to make it a little bit better. So maybe come next summertime we get the iRacing update. These guys might have a smoother track to race on, but the bumps are catching them off guard today.
I think the bumps add character, makes it interesting for us. It does cause us to have a couple more cautions than we would probably like. I think everybody would like to see a little more green flag running, but you know, the track is the same for everybody. So it's a learning experience right now. Hopefully as the runs progress later on the race, we'll see more green flag runs.
As we see
Dominic Savicki.
Yeah, it looks like he may have DC'd. Not sure what's happened there. Either retired or disconnected. Maybe had a quick little flash, but not showing up on our time board. Quickly dropping down. You know, he's sitting down 16 now. Stage 1 winner might not be back in this race. That would be a shame.
The door is open.
Leaves the door wide open for Dustin to take this. And any other car. I mean, Dustin, he's no slouch here. Everybody here in this series is a good racer. That just gives Dustin that extra motivation knowing that Sawicki may not be back. So might have had some trouble with the balance or the engine. I don't know. He was running pretty strong and showing him a lap down now. So he might be out for this race.
He might be overseas as well. I think that could be internet connection loss or something, who knows. But hopefully Savicki will be back to race with us again.
Yep. As we see the pace car lights go off, so Dustin choosing the outside, giving Clarence Prince the inside line, is being quickly followed by Eric Thaler, making his way up to the top 4. Got Jason Huffman, the Duncan car, holding down the 3 spot just behind Dustin. So I'm pretty sure Jason's going to want to give Dustin a good push here to find himself back in second place. You got the Thaler boys, brothers Eric and Justin, 4th and 5th. Chris holding down the 14th spot. Craig Hawkins going in and out of the pit, so he might be working on some cars as we guys come around turn 3 to turn 4. The pace car is going to dive in here. We're going to see some racing again. Hopefully we get some good green lap fun. We got stage break in 30 laps. 29 coming to the line. And Dustin is holding him up, and here he goes, taking off. Again, Jason Huffman quickly behind him, wants to try to make that pass on Prince and clear him. Prince not giving him any edge. Going to hold him right in the middle lane. He's choosing that and pushes Huffman up. They're going to make a contact coming out of turn 2. And now Eric's taking the inside. They're running 3 wide. You got Eric and Justin both going around Prince. Eric is going all from the inside to outside, trying to make everything stick. Holding Huffman, catching him real quick. Gonna give a little tap to the wall. Brings around to start lap 53. Clarence Prince holding down the 4 spot off that restart. Justin just behind him with Chris Milton coming out of their tails.
Shout out to Clarence Prince for being in the middle of 3 there and not getting into it with anybody. And, you know, it just takes a lot of patience and calm nerves to hold your line. Kevin Mayer coming up on him. Clarence Prince in the Red Bull livery. Justin Thaler gets around him. Kevin Mayer behind him. Now Clarence Prince crosses back over. And we got a slider. That's number 4, Huffman. Into the wall and yellow again.
See, did he get a little spin and overcorrect? Coming down into turn 1. He's going to go, oh yeah. Ooh, that's a big time hit right there. Definitely going to be using a fast repair if he hasn't already. And I also see maybe Hinton might have gotten an accident too. Brandon Hinton back there. See him line up red and down in 14th spot now. Let's see. Too much overcorrection. Just gonna kiss that wall, give it a good smack.
Looks like it could have been a bump. One correction, 2 correction, and a bump.
Yeah. We have him hold down here. Is he going to get hit from the back? Not yet.
Like Norm Snyder got involved somehow.
Let's see. There's a car down thing.
Oh, tough
break. Tough break for Huffman. He did already use a fast repair. We got Brandon Hinton now, seeing how he got collected in this. Oh, came down, was just scared. Oh.
There it is. He did a
collects.
good job avoiding, and Norm Snyder didn't have anywhere to go. As
That's
him
right.
spinning.
Oh, Huffman, he already used his faster pair. He's going to be in there for a while. Oh, we
He's
see
got time to
Dustin.
grab a Snickers.
What was that?
He's got time to grab a Snickers because he's not going anywhere for a while. All good. Dustin Reinstedt's still holding it down. Eric Thaler going to be on row 1 as well. Yeah, good job for Clarence Prince for avoiding all that. It could have been a lot worse. I really expected to see a little more green flag running in this Cup Series. But again, I think the track, like you said, the bumps, I think that's a really good observation.
We got some nice little marks on the walls from everybody kind of giving little love taps to him. You got marks over in turn 4 and right there in the front stretch. We got Eric coming down into second place now, so he's made his recharge back from that earlier crash involving one of the other cars spinning out. That's actually when Huffman spun out the first time, and that's when Eric smacked into him. So that's collecting Huffman's 2 faster pairs, or his one and only faster pair now. So he might be out for this race.
Well, Huffman does a pretty good job of trying to see it out. I hope that he will just take it on the chin, go a couple of laps down. You never know. I mean, the difference in 16th could come up to 13th if other people decide to drop out. So you never know. Those 5 or 8 points might come into play later.
Yeah, and I mean, like, just staying in the race, you still get your 10 points for even being here, as long as you don't leave that race. You know, the four has retired, so hopefully he stays in the Discord or in the race and get his 10 extra points. I mean, he doesn't have to leave. You get some extra points there. Just stay around, hang out, have some fun, watch the race, just like I'm doing.
That's right. That's right.
Grab a beer. It's Sunday night. Go have some fun. Got the Thaler Bros holding down 2 and 3 now. You got Pops back there in 14, so he's in the pits right now getting a little extra fixing done. He was involved in a little accident earlier, so maybe he's trying to get the car back into shape.
I'm starting to look at some of these other midfielders right now. They're just kind of stayed under the radar, riding around, not even in the back of the pack, but just running their own race, like Robert Olofsson. If he's staying on Andrew Miller, staying under the radar, out of trouble, go for 0x as long as you can. Just turn your laps, not put up a fight, try to avoid getting in any drama, and then the last 50 or 75 laps, then maybe get up in the action and try to avoid all of the anxiety that comes in the first 50 or 75 laps, usually of the Xfinity or Truck Series, but even the Cup Series tends to be a little, everybody wants to lead lap 20 when you don't get any points.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, these guys just kind of hanging in the mid pack, just letting everybody else do their race or just holding their own race. Because we got the lights off the pace car, so we are going to go back to green next time around. It's a good point you pointed out there. The mid guys just having their own race, not getting involved in anybody. Let everybody else come with them. As we see Caster end of the line for getting a blinking penalty, so he's going to be dropping back and hopefully get his connection fixed there. We got Dustin choosing the outside over Eric Thaler, holding down second place. Then we got Kevin Mayer right now next side by side by Justin as we bring Dustin to the front. And they are go for green. Dustin gets a nice start off the outside. Going to hold it down, bring it down low, and lead Eric into turn 1 and 2. Kevin Mayer coming around the outside of Thaler. And I'm not sure if you want to be on the outside of somebody going that high. Holding down for looks like K&A Racing. The 77 car, all blue with the dual stripes, bringing that classic look to the racetrack. You see Eric there getting washed up. Oh, looks like Kevin Mayer had to make a save of his own. He almost collected to Eric in the back. But now Eric holding down the outside, making him make a move on Dustin. Eric Thaler rocking the Midwest Motorsports car as he does every year. always making up new paint schemes, making the cars look fresh. And you have Eric and Dustin, two of the vets of the league, running 1 and 2, giving each other plenty of space as we see a car going to cut some grass almost. That would it looks like Eric was down there making some grass work done, taking a little lawn care into consideration. Eric Thaler makes and completes the pass on Dustin Reinsettle. Now we have Kevin Mir going to the inside of Dustin. He's not looking to waste any time too. We'll see if he can hold that line nice and easy. Doesn't want to wash up, doesn't want to get too loose. Gets that car right into second place, and now you have Kevin Mir on down the 2 spot. Looked like he got a little tap from Dustin, wanting to get that car on the inside. They're going to hold each other back there. Running 2 and 3, giving plenty of room.
Don't forget Eric Thaler on 12 laps older tires.
I gotta figure out where you find these stats, man. You got some good stats I can't find.
Last pit lap for Eric was lap 28. Last pit lap for Reinsettle and Mir is lap 40.
There you go. May have lost my timing sheet now because I am getting black screens.
Mine too. I just refresh. Sometimes it works. Sometimes the SDK timing will go out. We'll just have to call it. We see the track. Looks like everybody's pretty much single file right now. Kevin Mir and Dustin Reinsettle went side by side there for a little while, but
they're holding it down. Yeah, we have a little bit of an internet connection. So where would you go ahead and call it as we see it? We don't have timing sheets up. That's no big deal. As we see them, as I say that, they currently pop back up. So we are going to be good here.
Side by side for the lead. Reinsettle and Eric Thaler going at it.
Comes as we get the internet fixed here.
The cameras kind of reset themselves. Colin's trying to figure it out, but we're
still green flag as of now.
Looks like Eric still holds on to the front. They were side by side there.
Dustin on the inside of Eric, still side by side, looks like.
Sorry for the picture breakup, everybody. We're working on it. There he goes, Reinsettle. Just an inch out front. Kevin Mir looking to pick up the pieces as Eric goes sideways. Tank slap catches it, takes Mir to the wall.
Oh, and there goes Melton. He's going to hold it down. Oh, that's Mankowski. Mankowski blocking it down to keep it off the wall. That's not going to do Thaler any help there as he catches himself tank slapping.
Happy. I think it's throttle happy. Just lighten up and old tires. Those 12 older tires probably played a factor.
Yeah, I mean they barely have 12 laps left until they got into the end of this, or 13 laps left to the end of the stage.
Thank you, Josh. Tough break for Eric.
Yeah, I mean Eric, his last pit stop was lap 28 for tires. Oh. You called it. I mean, a couple internet connections here. Sorry about that, folks. Takes a whole team here to make this work, and sometimes little things work good and sometimes they don't work so bad. So we'll go ahead and see these guys. We are into caution right now at Iowa Speedway. You had Eric Thaler, the tank slap happy, and getting it from second place, collecting Kevin Mir, and John Mankowski was almost involved in it, but he locked it down, kept himself out of trouble. So just a little tire wear as you see they're coming into the pits now, going to get those tires changed out more likely because they have some old tires. How's things looking at your end, James? You got things looking good?
Yeah, it looks like we got some cameras back as we're going under caution. Yeah. My timing's not perfect yet, but lights are out, so we're not missing any on-track action. Tough break for Eric Thaler, just not his night. Not sure what's going on. Maybe just the track, not enough practice. Or every now and then, everybody's entitled to a bad night. So I'm sure Eric will be back. He might have called it quits tonight. I'm not sure, but either way.
He's at least in the pits, so he might be able to get away with a couple of damage here. I mean, he wants. I know he's gonna want to get some of those points back. So we have things rebooting here. I do see my timing boards coming back to me and my event coming back. So we'll see us
Eric
go.
Taylor's back on track, so that's good.
Yep, Eric's back on track. So Craig does hit the pits as well. He's looking to get some damage or something fixed. He's one of those guys that's running under the radar. So as we see, looking back at the accident, Eric Taylor running the high line just gets throttle happy right in front of Mayer, and Mayer's got nowhere to go. Eric, and then you see Minkowski coming on, trying to avoid everybody and holds it down, keeps himself off the wall. And just Eric doing the right thing, locking him up, staying away. That way, hopefully everybody sees him, doesn't get ran into. But tough break for the 15 car. Running strong up front early in the race. Here's Minkowski coming around as you see it from his view. He's going to just get on time. Oof. Hard to catch that when you got a car right in front of you too that's barely able to get out of the way. So things looking good for him. He's going to have just a little bit of wear on those tires, no damage wise, so he's going to get away with that.
0x for that, I hope.
Yeah, I don't. He should. I hope he didn't get an extra. He wasn't even 90 degrees spun. All right, I got things popping up good now. So we do see timing boards. As we see Dustin in the 1 spot. Mayer does come back out of the pits with the second place spot. So he's looking all right. We are on lap 72. These guys are going to go to a stage break here at lap 81. So we should be green flag racing at lap 74, I believe. We'll just go ahead and let it play out as it does. We have Dustin Riso in the 1, Kevin Mayer in the 2 spot, Justin Taylor in the 3, Chris Melton in 4, and Brandon Hinton holding down the 5 spot. Chris Taylor back in 7th spot, coming up 10 spots, so he's been making the charge back up toward the front. We got Norm Snyder sneaking into 6th place right now, so quiet night for Norm, but hey, sometimes you just gotta be the wallflower and let things come to you.
That's right.
Yeah, my pit thing went away, so I don't see pit times anymore, but that's okay. We'll call it as it is. Lights are out on the pace car, so we are going back racing on lap 74. They will have 7 laps until the stage end. Dustin's going to want to go ahead and capitalize on as much points as he can get at the stage. Kevin Mayer looking to make a name for his points as well, taking a provisional last week, so minimal points coming in 19th, got a 12th in the Daytona opener, so Kevin's going to want to get some points gathered as well. Looks like these guys are bunching back up. Dustin is holding the line and is controlling, and he takes off. Mayer pushing the cars back a little bit, so making the hard start for the outside. Justin Taylor is going to take the top spot and try to catch up to Dustin. As you see, the Castro Edge car, 00. Justin Taylor.
Big RFK fan.
Yeah, up 10 spots from 12 to 2nd, so he's looking to get some of those points as well. That's your series points leader right there. Well, he's only one point in front of Chris Melton, so with him having a good night and Melton back there in 4th, he's going to get as many points as he can to make that separation bigger, give that big gap.
Looking for lap 81.
81,
Oh, Mayer goes around.
He's going to take that. Another car, 19, also goes around.
And we're yellow.
And we are yellow again. Looks like we have another car. Brandon Hinton, there might have been a couple instances out there because I did see a car stopped on track as well. We had the 77 spin out, the 19 spin out. Then we have Eric and the 57 of Brandon Hinton getting into trouble. Right back in front of them. Look at all these guys out here. I tell you what, I am really happy to not be racing this track.
Goodness gracious, you can call that a stage also, but oh no, what's that? Top.
And a little love tap. Come on, Pete.
I feel terrible for Eric. You think he put a magnet in his car tonight? It seems like He wants to hit everything out there.
If he wants to hit everything out there, I don't think everything's coming to hit him. I mean,
True.
he may have had some slick on those tires too, because he's been sliding out here and there. But I mean, putting it by this has got to be a hard track, because we see Dustin holding it down for Pikeville, Kentucky. Your stage winner, stage 2, going to get him some valuable points here. Looking to get these tires done up and get out in front of everybody else. He wants to get that win. I mean, he hasn't had a win this season. He's your season 5 champion, holding it down with the white DeWalt car. Always coming out here looking good with its multiple paint schemes. It tends to run a yellow or white one and opposite numbers. So he's got the Eric's going to be coming out in front of him. Takes a short pit stop for Eric. Looks like Eric only had a 10-second. Melton with the 9 seconds, so they may have only taken some fuel, because I mean, Eric did have that incident earlier, so he might have only taken just some fuel.
Oh, now it decides to come in. Cycle Eric to the back of the pack. Z comes in on his own after everybody else. Maybe to repair some damage.
Yeah, he's going to want to get some of that damage fixed. You know, none of the faster pairs get caught up in the wall right there with the 57 of hitting. He's going to try to get as much as he can fixed and hopefully bring their car back around for let's look at least get a top 5. I mean, he finished 5th at Daytona and got 2nd last week. So, looking to keep his good top 5 streak going, that's for sure. You see Chris Melton does come out in front of Dustin. Did he pit? I don't believe. Chris Melton might not have pitted.
Yep, he did. 9.7 second stop.
There you go. Maybe just looking for some fuel. Maybe a set of rights. We'll see. Did take a short pit stop, so everybody behind him taking longer stops. So he's the only person to take a short stop this stint. We'll see how those tires hold up for him, though. We've been seeing a lot of damage. I haven't seen him have any trouble. So maybe he's found the secret recipe to not spinning out and not getting involved in too many accidents around the track.
Once again, somebody else I'm keeping my eye on is the 22 of Robert Olofsson. We'll look for him later in the race, but there he is in the Miller Lite patriotic paint scheme, looking good. Right now, just behind Eric.
Yeah, he's always rocking that patriotic scheme. He's always one of those guys that you're going to see out there. If you're going to see an American car out there, you're going to see Robert Olofsson hold that thing down. Miller Lite is his go-to car.
I'm going to assume it's probably his go-to drink of choice.
To lap 80. I wonder if we're going to start at lap 81. That would have normally been the stage break, but we'll see what we do here. Nope, looks like we are going to start lap 82. Will be the start of the next stage. Final stage. No more stops after this. It'll be only cautions or green flag stops. As you see Dustin on the inside of Chris Melton, who takes the top line for his chosen line of race start. Yeah, Andrew Miller holding back there. He's catching up in the 6th spot in the Sig car right on the outside of Castor. Then you got Justin Thaler on the inside of John Mankowski. These guys looking to wrap it up. They're going to be going no more stage breaks. It's all on them now. Hopefully they can hold it together. We get a nice little group of green flag racing. Make it a little harder for these guys to figure out what they're going to do now. Your stage 2 points winner, Dustin on the inside, 2nd place with Chris Melton bringing it back to the restart. And we are going green now with Chris Melton. Dustin on the inside does get a better launch, will lead them to the flag. Justin Thaler hot on his trail, trying to make that inside line work. As we see them bring it on the inside, everybody keeping clean, 2 wide behind Dustin in the lead. Everybody's holding their own here. Looking good. Chris Melton might not have had the right choice there, because he is quickly falling back on this older set of tires, looks like. Getting swallowed up here by the third place car of John Mankowski, and you got Anthony Castro looking on his inside. Kevin Mayer bringing up behind him as well. So we'll see how these guys hold it down here. What do you think there, James? You think the two pit or maybe no tires is what happened there with Chris?
With Melton, I'm not sure. He did have a shorter stop. I just think he was out front and not super confident, and now it's going to play out and not wanting to stay out front. So no shame in just letting everybody go and not starting any drama. Just maybe surprised himself by a shorter pit stop, saving a set of tires or maybe even on side tires for later in the race, because we're just barely halfway through. Are we not even halfway through? Coming right up on the halfway point. Oh, is there 3 wide coming out of there?
Kowski hanging it out. He did get a little tank on the bottom there, a little tank slapper, but he did regain control of that car. As you do see, yeah, maybe Melton might have been held on to some tires as Anthony Castro gives the wall a little tap there. See what we do here. Oh, we got Norm Snyder saving it. Just a light little grass cut. No big deal there. He's going to keep that car going. We are still green. But back to what we said about Melton. I mean, he might have been saving those tires. I mean, you never know. If he has 2 more sets in the bag, it could come in later on. He runs this set hard, takes the green flag pits, and now, run that set hard. He can run the rest of the race, pedal down, and try to make some good moves later on.
I think this is one of those tracks that you really need to practice and need to almost memorize exactly where every bump is to find the perfect line. And I don't think anybody maybe had that time to practice with all the NASCAR playoffs, the finale this week in Phoenix. Formula One had a big race. I know there was a GT4 race overseas. Lots of action. I mean, it's a beautiful weekend, coming up on the beginning of fall season. So, family obligations kept you out of your sim rig learning the track. And this is not a track that we run on every series. So I think that maybe everybody's learning on the fly here. And I think that's the track itself. It's been the biggest question mark or the biggest curveball and the biggest talking point, the biggest impact on tonight's race, just the unknown of Iowa Speedway.
That's correct. I mean, we had the F1 guys out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. We had the World Endurance Championship over in Bahrain. You had the Cup guys doing their thing tonight. You got Ryan Blaney taking it home for the series. And you had the firework of a race for the trucks here. I don't know if you saw that. Did you catch any of the truck race going on this Friday?
I sure did. I thought I was watching a Midwest Motorsports race with all the cautions there at the end, but no, it was real life craftsmen. So I guess we do simulate the real thing. They don't call it simulation racing for nothing. It's not just a game. It simulates real life. And that was a perfect example, but no disrespect to anybody. Of course, it's just the way things play out. Some shenanigans, a lot of talking points in the truck race, but we're yellow again. What's going on?
We have Andrew Miller had a problem. He jumped into the pit, so he may have used the old. Oh man! Oh, Eric again gets caught up. Man, just cannot get a break.
Roof. I mean, this got to be in-car view. It's Eric goes under.
This is Andrew's view. We gotta see Eric's in-car view because.
Sorry.
Oh man. You want to see what bad luck looks like?
Here we go.
Here we go. Here's the definition of bad luck. The loose. Oh boy.
In your living room, Eric, he just throws his hands up. I can't.
Be surprised if he ducked.
Oh. All right. Whoever is nearest Eric Thaler's house, we need to go over there, take all of the sharp objects out of the kitchen. We need to take all of the shoelaces out of his shoes because Eric just cannot seem to catch a break. Seems like there's no reason to even try if your name is Eric Thaler, but hopefully you can catch my sarcasm because we're just kidding. It is just a game, but definitely somebody needs to keep an eye on Eric Thaler these next 24 hours. Make sure he's okay. We're with you, Eric. Feel for you, brother. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield.
Oh, you're looking to make me crack up today. I tell you what, you're trying to give me. You're trying to give me every series.
Sorry, Aaron. Not trying to make you laugh too hard, but
Oh, it's all good, man. We're having fun. Sunday night races are all done with the big cup cars. We know this is what we got to look forward to now. We get to watch these races.
What's funny to me is that Eric and Justin are the ones that came up with the schedule, and they're the ones that chose this track. So, guess is we're probably not going to see this track next season, but you don't know.
Yeah, talking with
the curveball.
Talking with Justin earlier, he said I didn't vote for this track, so it's working out pretty well for him. He's still in second place. I'm pretty sure Eric's bouncing his head off the steering wheel right now and just cannot get a break to save his life, man.
Oh, tough.
I can see Iowa coming off the racetrack or coming off the schedule for next season for sure.
I kind of like it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, they should just run the Iowa Legends track. I mean, with all that, they might get less damage on the little Legends track.
Or maybe that's the idea, is to get everybody on the IPL review so that they have to, everybody gets the end of line. And it's like almost like not having a EOL penalty. If everybody's got one, line up in the same order.
You know what? Looking at the configuration, they do have a road course. Maybe they get a road course track going here soon.
Next week. Daytona road course is next week on the schedule.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Iowa. Next time they do Iowa, they should do Iowa road course because it looks like they have a road course going out into turn 3. It could be fun.
Good call.
As we see, all right, well, as they are running now, we do have Dustin still holding down the one spot, so things are looking up for him. At least he's happier. I know he had a couple incidents last week and the week before, especially at least in my truck series. I know he was having a rough going in. So with the cup win, I'm sure that'll help him out. Justin Taylor up 10 spots still in the second place. Anthony Castor, Mr. Consistent, still in third place as he started. John Mankowski running fourth, up 5 spots in front of Kevin Mayer, who is in 5th place. And you got Chris Taylor up 11 spots, starting from the back. So these guys just running consistently, man. You got Andrew Miller, who's back there down in 14th place. He is going to be, it looks like a lap down now. Oh, you're going to be 3 laps down coming to the end of this lap. So we did have Dominic Sawicki, Clarence Prince, and Jason Huffman have retired from the series or from the race tonight. Not sure what happened with Clarence Prince, though.
Yeah, that's too bad. 14 trucks left in the race.
First there was 17, now we're down to 14. So 3 losses isn't too much of a loss so far. These guys do run a nice long race, so you can see a little frustration coming on here. But we see Mr. Magnet himself going in 1 and 2, trying to catch up to the field. Oh man, we gotta get a nice nickname from Mr. Magnet, Eric Thaler. Like
yeah, all right. He may even come back in the pits one more time just to finish any other repairs. The lights out on their pace car. I'm not sure if we're going.
Lights are out. Yeah, we are side by side. So we're gonna have Dustin leading them to the start of this race, back to the start of the race. I believe it was caution. I'm not sure what caution that was, but we are going to be green flag racing, and Anthony Castor will be giving chase to Dustin Reinsettle, Eric Taylor, the Drift King, and the Magnet. Look at that. I'm going to get some names from us. You see Justin diving on the inside of Anthony now.
Yeah.
You want to make him move stick?
Over there, yeah.
Made it stick real good. He was not looking to waste any time getting that second spot. Wants to stay up with Dustin, keep his position of second place. He is still your series leader right now, so he's not looking to lose that position. As you see Castor back on the inside, we know that I know for sure that I hear a lot of chatter about the 0 and the 8 car next to each other, so we'll see how that plays out for them tonight. Oh, we see Justin getting some blinking going on. Was that Justin or Anthony? One of those cars were blinking pretty good. I do believe it might have been Justin, so these guys horn it down, doing crossover after crossover. going back and forth, not wanting to concede second place, but also keeping Dustin in their view.
Right. I was going to say I know they're good friends when they're not racing, so they're just chumming it up, having a good time. But I'm surprised with all these crossovers and slide jobs and blocks that Dustin Reinsettle is not pulling away. But again, he doesn't have to. He just has to keep him in the rear view and make sure that Dustin just runs his line, minds his own business, and tries to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there running his line, keeping his tires as smooth as possible. You get the guys behind him switching back and forth. They're using more rubber, more grip. They're going to be wearing those tires down a lot faster than Dustin will be.
And it's allowed Morawski to catch back up. Markowski.
Yeah. Mankowski. Oh, S. Taylor gets in the back of Caster.
Takes him for a ride.
Oh, no.
Lifts up the back bumper. That's going to be a interesting conversation.
Did we stay green there?
After the race? Yeah, it looks like we stay green.
We stayed green.
Good job, race control.
Interesting.
Good job, Ant, to keep it straight. Here we go, riding with Justin. Colin Nuffman on the replays.
Just gives him a little tap, little tippy tap. That's all it takes, just a little. It wasn't even much either. It was like, it might have just been like this. It's a slight side swipe. I mean, it wasn't anything hard or bad, just a bad bumper touch. Maybe trying to give him a little push.
Trying to stay with him and keep that momentum up as he was going around the outside. I think Ant was definitely, catching a slide, and Justin, to keep from sliding himself, didn't want to slam on the brakes, just lift and let it roll speed there. A good catch by Ant and good no yellow, good no call by Josh in race control to give Ant a time to catch it.
See, getting low. I mean, we might not have lawn care this week. These guys are taking care of for Iowa Speedway. We see the 19 going for a ride as well. That would be his car. That's like a second time at least going through. And then you have Kevin Mayer in the background. Yeah, guys, go ahead and call. Go ahead and call. Here we go.
Kevin Mayer, does he go all the way around?
Nope. I mean, they're keeping it green.
Like 5 in a row. And they're still going.
No. That's to replay them again.
Replay of the replay. So I wonder if there's anything on the track. I mean, obviously not, but.
Yeah, I mean,
shoot. Mario Kart, somebody threw a banana peel out on the track.
I mean, maybe Dustin tied him up there. Look,
Mankowski saves it.
Yeah, Dustin's got to have some peels in that car. He's been throwing them back behind him the whole time. Everybody's going around 77 with a black flag penalty I'm seeing pop up. Too many incident points for the 77 car. Probably going to be doing, I believe it's just a drive-through.
Drive-through, he's doing it now. Here's a stop and hold because looks like he's stopped in the pits.
Craig Hawkins, he jumped in the pits too. Something happened with Craig. Not sure what happened with the 19.
Oh, Lordy. Craig Hawkins. Got it. I got it.
Oh, got it.
Hit the wall.
Got it.
But if Kevin Mayer takes service or does any repair, he still has to serve a black flag. That you can.
It might have been maybe it was a 40-second hold. Not sure about that. I thought the first instant points, I thought you're 15 or whatever, that would have got you drive through.
40 is come and gone. He's at 50 now.
Yeah, 19 has retired, so we have lost Craig Hawkins down to 13 cars as they run.
Too bad.
Dustin and Justin, the Ustin twins, running up front. 1 and 2, pulling away from Chris Taylor, who has now gone from 17th to 3rd place, letting everybody else make their mistakes. He's been quietly just sticking his lines. I just see Kevin Mayer coming back out of the pits, so we will still be with Kevin Mayer.
1 minute, seconds, so down 4 laps. 5.
Yeah, that's a big loss right there. That low spin out. Who's that up there? James Olofsson. No, that's Robert Olofsson. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Giving away to the leaders, led them by. Good on you, Robert. not want to play spoiler to these guys racing clean up front.
Again, staying clean, keeping a 0x.
Let's see the gap as it runs. So you got Chris there. There's only 5 seconds back from these guys. So he's holding it down third, and he's got Eric behind him. 2 more seconds. So you got 3 Thaylors in the top 4 right now. Looking good. I mean, shoot, Eric might have been having a bad night, but I don't know. He got 3 Thaylors in top 4.
Staying with it. That's right.
Staying with it. He did all the smart things, doing all those cautions. He got a little bit fixed here and there. Keeping his car as clean as he possibly can. Chasing down Pops in front of him right now.
And staying calm. That's Eric's MO for sure. You know, I give him a hard time about getting involved in so much, even if it's not his fault. As you see him catch there. Just really great, consistent, smooth driver, Eric Thaylor. Here we got Andrew Miller going around again, all the way. Good save. The bump's probably doing that. But, again, about Eric, just staying calm, doing his thing the best he can, and taking the lumps as they come, and getting back in the fight. It's never over till the end, as we've seen in all sorts of live racing, real racing as well. Mikowski into the wall, around he goes to get it back together. Stop. Stay green. We stay green.
Stay green. Good job, race control. Wanting to keep this race going. I mean, we got cars going everywhere. It looks like they're a bunch of deer on ice out there.
Right. Justin Thaylor, though, not losing time to Dustin Reinstedel.
He's under a second.
Yeah, staying with him.
Oh, as we do see the caution come out, looks like Norm Snyder might have had a problem here. Oh, Norm and Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, no.
Norm, that's Kevin's wrong place, wrong time again.
Yeah.
And Norm didn't know he was there.
I'll give it a little extra spin around the back just to make sure he's all good to go. And we're going to see some interesting strategies here. You get lap 117. You've only been on these tires for 30-ish laps if you took, or about almost 40 laps if you took all of them before. So 40 laps down, you got from what, 120 to 75. That's a handful of laps. Still got 58 laps to go. Do you think that this could be, I don't think this could be the last one, but it's hard to call here. Do you come in now and make them last 58 laps, or do you stay out? What do you think? I think Dustin, if I'm Dustin, I might be staying out here. With the way things have been going, you can almost count another one. But
you take him now. I mean, a lot of guys are taking.
Yeah, we got Dustin taking him, and we got, oh yeah, Dustin comes in.
Yeah,
Justin right behind him.
Now, I think Dustin might even have one set of tires after this. I think you should be able to go all the way from here. From what I understood on the gas mileage, it could be wrong, but
yeah, you'd have to see how much they can. I mean, who knows? Maybe they do a little bit more lifting and coasting. Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. You see, Dustin comes in. He is going to take it. They are taking their last set of tires now.
And Caster jacks up the right side.
Dustin goes off with his 4 tires.
15 seconds. 15. 4 tire stops for the top 5 now. 7, 8. 25-second stop for Hinton. And counting.
You better make these tires last. You only got the last set. You got to hang on to everything you got now. Don't want to use them up too early.
Yep.
Don't want to jam that throttle coming out of 4 too hard. It's causing everybody havoc tonight. That infield been getting some shorter grass every lap.
That's right. And Olafson looks like he stayed out to get his lap back. He's definitely going to have to come in, as well as Pete Dillon. Those two did not stop. I remember Olafson had just been lapped. Not sure if they get lucky dog. I don't think so. But. And Kowski comes back in.
Pete Dillon just chose not to go in at all, so He stayed out. Last time he was in the pits was on lap 77. So he's he might be banking on another caution coming out. I'm not sure about that.
Or how about if he can go another 20 laps and then come in for his last stop, and everybody else still has to stop.
He just goes in now.
From here, if you can't make it from here, up, and as soon as we say something, of course, he missed the pit entry. The first time around.
Yeah, we got guys coming in now, taking the extra time to get their cars fixed, a little top off of fuel. You see Kevin Mayer back there. I know he's going to get the extra damage fixed. No fault to his own, just getting caught up in the wrong place, the wrong time, with people losing in front of him. So your leader, Dustin, still holding on to one spot. Justin quickly behind him, Eric behind them, and Anthony Castor down one spot into the 4th position. But closely behind them is Chris Thaler, still up 12 spots from his starting position. So you got the top 5, 3 Thalers, a Castor, and a Dustin Reinsettle. Dustin looking to make some big points up here. Eric looking just to maintain whatever he can, not lose his cool, keep that car collected, and run the race that he can control. That's the hard thing about this, is you just got to control what you can. You can't control all the other drivers around you. You can just do what you do. Eric making that car last. He's wheeling that car around. He's making sure that this thing is gonna put it tail. You'll never see Eric back out of a race.
That's right, especially with 13 or 14 cars in the field. Even if we started with 17, the worst you could do is, 16. Well, now 3 cars out, 14th. So there's really all the reason to get up there and fight and get back in the field. Even Kevin Mayer, 5 laps down, still, like you said earlier, finish the race, get full points for participation.
Yeah, that's correct. We do see the lights off in the pace car, so Dustin has elected the inside of Justin Thaler. You got Eric Thaler behind him next to Anthony Castor on his outside. They will be bringing it around to the green flag stop. Hopefully we get some good laps going here. Everybody's on fresh tires. Just make them last, boys. Take the turns a little easier, and we are going to be green with Dustin Reinsettle leading them into the starting stretch. Taking that inside line as we see car get backed up in the outside right in front of Kevin Mayer. So Dustin getting off to a good start. Snyder might have missed a gear, forgot he had to shift. Eric Thaler holding down the 2nd place spot now, inside of his brother Justin. They're going to race each other hard and clean, but they're going to keep it kosher. You see Chris Hoppa catching right up back to them on the backside of Eric's bumper. I can't even say it there now. There's 3 of them there.
Don't look at here comes Ant behind them, Ant Castor.
Yeah, you got Thaler inside of Thaler, who's behind Thaler, but in front of the other Thaler, you got a Thaler mashup going up to the top 5. Pop's making the move on Justin. Always running that Ford Mustang.
Big sideways.
He had a big send into there. He's going to catch it. Oh, he's going to collect Justin. Stack him up behind him. Oh, it's going to cause some havoc in the back. Do we keep it green? Chris Melton.
Nothing he can do.
Avoid. Cut some more grass. Keeping it green. That's good for them, though. Going to keep it green here. It's a good save. And as you see, Castor on the outside of Chris now. Chris Thaler. So Anthony's going to find himself in the 3rd spot, right where he started. So, as I said, Mr. Consistent holding down the 3 spot. All night he's been sitting there. Finds himself in the 4th or 5th, makes his way back up to 3rd, and just keeps running his race. Chris getting a little sideways again, coming off 3, and he's got Eric or Justin on the inside, trying to ask him what happened back there. Come on, Dad, you're supposed to keep it clean. Giving a good showing on a nice Chrome Eagle 1 Ford Mustang. Looking good. He always has good looking cars. Look at that paint job. That's a nice looking paint job he's got there. Running a different one that he normally runs, and let me see him running the Chrome Mustang one only from Ford. Sends it in deep on the inside now. You see who's that behind him? We got Chris. We got Brandon Hinton making his way back up. Slowly catching into Chris. As we have a nice group of cars. Everybody's all kind of single file now, making the cars last. To make sure that they can get this thing all wrapped up.
I've seen Dustin Reinstedt run a different line than most everybody. Seems Dustin goes all the way down to the yellow line just about every lap. And everybody else is at least 2 lanes up. So I think Dustin knows where the bumps are and really just dives down to that yellow line every time. Everybody else in the second or third lane.
I mean, that just may be it. I mean, who's the one car we haven't really seen spin out? I mean, Dustin's been running his race, and everybody else has been losing it behind him. And I don't think Dustin even made a trip to the grass today. So I can just about count every car behind him has gone through the grass at least once.
Right.
Look at that, Mr. Consistent. Dustin still in the front spot. Started up front, won stage 2. Got passed by Sawicki in stage 1. So Sawicki dropping out might have had connection issues, so just left the door wide open for Dustin. He has since stayed calm, cool, collected, capitalizing on the opportunity he has. As we see Eric going around again. Oh, lock it down. Keeping it green.
Did he make contact with the outside wall? Just losing on his own.
He looks like he just lost on his own. Just got little throttle happy. Maybe didn't find the groove he looked like to stay in. Just all on his own. Mr. Bad Luck Drift King out there.
Still in P9. So another caution or whatever, will be right back in it.
Yeah. And his night's not over. I mean, he kept it off the wall. He's going to run it straight here. He's going to give those tires a little bit of chance to cool down. Those outside tires get hot. They do not like to stick very well. So just, short track racing at its finest. Luckily for us, our number 11, he's a good racer. I mean, not sure about the other 11, the real Cup cars.
Yeah, we give Dustin a hard time about being Denny Hamlin's number 1 fan, but I think Dustin just likes the number 11. That there's nothing better than just number 1 on it twice, and still number 1. I think Dustin, you do get a bonus for 0x, and I think Dustin might be the only 0x driver.
Well, that would be interesting. I mean, 0x at a short track, keeping your race clean and calm and cool. That would be pretty good for him. I mean, that's all the points he needs. I mean, racing, getting 10th last week and missing the first race, he's going to want to collect every single point he can get, and getting a 0x and Hamlin in disguise. That's what we have there at Pikeville. The little broadcast guys always like to keep us on our toes. Dustin looking to keep max out the points he can max out. I mean, with only not winning stage 1, win stage 2, starts in the front with the pole, has a 0x, and wins a race. That's about as good as he can get there. So he's looking to take this thing home. He's got 40 laps left. We got the broadcast guys.
I don't even think the real Denny Hamlin's smart enough to do all that math. So I think Dustin Reinstedt is 1 up on all of those guys. Dustin, we give him a hard time. He never gives it back, just takes it on the chin and keeps rolling with it. He knows we're all just giving him a hard time, but Dustin, I have a lot of respect for me. He does all the screenshots for the Facebook and our social medias for the Midwest Motorsports League. So all of the race screenshots on the thread, on the Discord channel, that's all Dustin volunteering his time for the better of the league. So we appreciate all Dustin does. And when you're part of the crew, you're for some ribbing every now and then. But it looks like Ant and the number 8, Anthony Castor, the number 8 has kind of reeled him in here these last few laps, turning a purple lap at 24.1, 0.2 of a second faster than Dustin Reinstedt those last couple of laps.
Yeah, maybe he's looking to put some pressure on. I mean, Dustin's been relatively clean running his own race, as I do think he got low sideways off the turn there. Allowed Castor to catch up to him really quickly. So now, as he said that, Castor gets low sideways now. So all that spots he made up lost. And we do have, looks like we have something going on in the backpack. We do have a yellow flag come out. Eric Thaler, don't look now. It's John Mankowski, and looks like Eric Thaler got involved in something. Oh no. What do we have go happen here? Here we go and take a look at it.
Mankowski in the 42.
Running the high line. Trying to do his best Eric Taylor impression.
Oh, Tank slaps
a
it now
touch.
into the outside.
Maybe we had a little pause there for Eric. Maybe that's just from the little spin out earlier. I thought he might have got collected in that. So good to see that he didn't get involved with there. I mean, that's the last thing he needs is another accident getting involved in without his own business. Caster improving himself to the 2 spot right behind Dustin. Like you said, running almost 2/10 faster. I mean, he could play spoiler here tonight, take that win right from Dustin's hands.
We saw that means that Ant is running right on the edge of control and lost 3 seconds just in one corner by being right on that knife edge of risk and reward.
Yeah, I mean, both these guys, they wanted to get their first win of the season. You know, you had Anthony got 10th the first race, then he ended up getting 16th the second race, so he wants to get his points back up there. He's a long-time racer in the series, so between him and Dustin, both of them are pretty good vets in the league. They want to get their points back up to where they should be and try to get as much as they can collect here now. You know, valuable points up first grabs. You got Justin just behind them, so these two get racing hard, make a mistake, and then could let Justin right on through and get his second win. So gotta play it smart up here. You got all 3 brands. You got Toyota with Dustin, you got Chevy with Anthony, you got Ford with Justin. So it's all about the drivers now. I mean, cars are basically equaled out. No one car is super much better than the other car, right? I mean, for the most part, these are just equaled out cars.
Spec cars, sure.
Yeah. We do see a little bit of, I don't know if it's just me or you getting a little frame rate drop?
It skips every now and then. Right now, it seems to be okay.
You got Norm Snyder, 4th place hot on the tail, Justin during the caution laps. I'm not sure if that's the best spot to be on, right by somebody's back. Let's see. I think they're going to be okay for tires. Got a couple people electing to take the pits. Actually, most of them came in to get their fuel at least.
So with 32 laps to go, 33 laps, probably see 30 laps to the end. I want to know if anybody's watching on the Twitch stream. If you drop a chat line in, tell us who you think's going to win. Do they have another stop? Anybody coming in for tires? Looks like after this last caution, we had a couple of guys come in and pit outside of the top 5. So they're going to be on fresh tires. Is that going to be the advantage that we think it is?
Yeah, I mean, you get some fresh tires. You got
6th and on back. Chris Melton, John Mankowski, Brandon Hinton, Chris Thaler, Robert Olson, and Eric Thaler came in at 141.
So maybe those guys might have held down, got the extra last set of tires on there. Strategy-wise, might have helped him out there.
Right. Oh, shoot. Looks like Eric's back in. Maybe some more repair going on. The lights are still on. But yeah, if you're watching on the Twitch stream, drop us a chat line and tell us who you think is going to win. Tell us what you like about Iowa. Is it the track? What do you like about watching the Twitch stream? Give us a clue and tell us who you think is going to win. Eric Thaler comes in and lets his boys go to work. So fast we couldn't even see him.
Car's still looking good. I mean, I think it's been being battered all night tonight, so keeps those 4 wheels on the ground. He looks like he's going to get himself some good points. Want to try to make up for all the time lost. None fault to his own. I mean, he got the lights off the pace car now, so he's got to make the quick catch up to get around. Luckily for him, it's a short track, so he shouldn't take too long to catch up to these guys. You got Dustin. Dustin elected to take the outside, so switching up strategy. I mean, for the most part, he's running that low line, so he's going to want to get that outside, make the quick jump on the guys, and dive into the turn 1.
The field is on Dustin, so Dustin should get the jump. Everybody goes on Dustin.
Castor may want to take it in deep as we go green flag. Dustin not wasting any time trying to get away from Castor in second place, hot on his tail, running the faster lap this race tonight. So going to look up, bring those tires and warm them back up again. I mean, cold tires, and you see that nice little bump down there. You see Dustin's trunk go flopping up. Those are some good bumps, so he's got that whole bottom line figured out, holding it steady for the front. Justin back there getting challenged by Norm Snyder on his outside.
Justin Thaler gets by.
Yep, Thaler gets by, and then you've got Chris Milne on the inside of Snyder now, trying to take that inside line down. Got cars, they're making their last 30 laps. I mean, they're looking to try to make a push here now. You never know. It could stay green the whole way.
That's right. We can wish, can't we?
We can always wish.
Shout out to Norm Snyder here after having a pretty couple of wild rides tonight also. Still holding down fourth place. But as I say something, he gets sideways. Formula D style.
Oh.
Catch
it.
Watch out. And collected.
Him and Mankowski got collected, and Eric
avoids it. I think he was able to avoid it. Broadcaster's cursed. I know.
That wasn't me. That was all you.
It's my fault. I apologize to everybody. All the Midwest Motorsports, everybody watching. Mankowski, I apologize. See if Eric misses it. Oh, Kevin Merritt gets a piece of it. Of course. Eric couldn't be a yellow without involving tonight.
Just isn't like, I feel for you, Eric. I mean, even when you don't hit somebody, you get hit from the side. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't involved in it. He didn't touch the guy, nothing, and then somebody tried to go underneath him.
There's 13 cars on the track, and we find each other.
Tell you what, Eric Taylor's gonna find all 12 of the other cars.
Yep.
Feeling for him tonight, man. He's had a rough go of it. We see John Mankowski electing to jump into the pits. Eric back in to get some more of that damage fixed. Norm Snyder looking to collect himself after getting the damage to his car. These guys are bumping and banging out there all night. They're going to have somewhere between the ballpark of 24, 23 laps left to go when this race gets back underway. Justin still holding down that 3 spot, so he's just behind Anthony. Top 3 guys have been keeping it relatively clean. I know earlier we had Anthony kind of get a little loose, and Justin giving the finishing move, kind of sent him on his way. So these guys are looking to keep it out. You got Dustin minding his own business, staying out of the way of everybody, just keeping that car up front, keeping it clean. Like you said, he may not have any incident points, which good on him. I don't think I've ever done that in any race series.
It's a token of pride for Dustin. I know he's started in the pits during one of the F3 races just so that he could avoid any turn 1 matchups and get the 0x, and it paid off more than so. Definitely not a newcomer to the strategy. Dustin Reinstedel showing why he has multiple trophies in his name on the Discord channel. Leading the most laps too so far, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's probably
Team Racer Hub for that one.
Yeah, definitely don't need Team Racer Hub for that. I mean, looks like we still got at least 13 cars in the race. Craig Hawkins being the one car that's 44 laps down, but still active in the pits. So Chris Taylor coming back out. He's in 12th place in front of John Mankowski now. They're a couple laps down. Right now, you've got 9th and up here. 9th to 1st are still the lead lap cars. So you got a couple cars that are laps down. Just trying to get as many points between them. You got 2 of them on 3 laps down. So they're all fighting for their positions, trying to get one more in front of each other, trying to get as much points as they can collect.
The lights are still on. I wonder if we can get Dustin in the booth. He might not want to talk, and if he doesn't, I wouldn't blame him.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, you've seen what's been going on behind him the whole race? Get some of that curse put on him?
Well, maybe we can ask him. I don't know.
Oh, well, maybe we can get Taylor in here, and we can talk to Eric, see how his night's going. think it'd go over well if I just pulled Eric down here with us?
No, thanks, man.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right, lights are going to go out this time. So we got one more lap.
Yeah,
Dustin
here we go.
Mansell, I mean, he's leading the race, so we might as well talk about him a little bit more. If you don't know, Dustin also is a golf coach at a university. So he takes his golf team to different tournaments around the country and does fairly well. So Dustin, a pretty good golf coach. Little fun fact about Dustin Reinsettle. And for everybody that is listening or watching again, keep your eye out for fun facts form so we can know a little bit more about each of the racers in the Cup Series. We're going to have your own little Google form. It'll be a link in the Cup Drivers chat coming. I'll make sure Aaron and I polish that up a little bit and we'll send it out to everybody. So next week we'll have more to talk about you and your favorites, whatever those are. Maybe a little more about your sim rig setup, how long you've been racing, etc. But now we're going back green, so I'll throw it back to you, Aaron.
Yeah, Dustin like to take the outside again. Wants to get that nice high line so he can dive down in one and try to pull away from Castor here, who has found himself in second place. And the lead lap is Dustin. He's taking him back to the green flag, gets that big jump like he likes to get. Castor doing everything he can to try to stay behind him, but he's also going to fall up into his line. So trying to follow Dustin, stay in his draft, as we see him go up higher than I expected. Taylor electing to go right up there with him, tries to get a little slide job, not close enough. Justin looking to keep these guys in check. I mean, he is your series points leader right now, so he doesn't want to give up too many points to these guys. I know it's still early in the race, but you're in third and see those guys in front of you. You want to make that win. You know, you're trying to push that Castor up to the front of them, trying to make them battle. So Anthony's still running the faster lap time, so we'll see what they go up here with these tire warm-ups. Both of them, last time that they took tires was on lap 117, all three of the top three. So they're all on the same tire strategy. Looking to make do here and see what they can get away with. Castor get a little sideways off turn 4. Looks like these guys have just taken fuel and trying to save it for much. Does that Castor's getting all out of shape? No.
Right on the edge.
360 and little taps to the wall is going to bring out. Oh, we got more cars going. Oh no. Kevin Mayer, Pete Dillon from Snyder all involved in that.
The bumps. It's got to be the bumps on that third line, right above the second hash marks there. Just upset Ant. And they wreck in front of him. Kevin Mayer trying to avoid. Norm Snyder again. It's the inside wall.
Man, this track is just eating these guys alive. I'm super happy to not be racing this race tonight. As we are caution on lap with laps 20 laps to go on lap 155, and these guys are bringing it back around again. I mean, so it's all playing right into Dustin's hand right now. I mean, we all know Dustin's going a good race and all, but he is keeping himself out of trouble, away from everybody. Everybody else behind him is playing catch up, and look where it got Ant. You know, it got him caught up in his own head. Made a race around the edge, sends it around, does a full 360. And he's gonna come down and get that last little bit checked. Maybe he's got a set of tires in him. Not sure about that. We'll see coming through the pit times just how much it's going to be, because you know he could have a short pit stall. Maybe just got fuel, or maybe he's saving the set for the very end. I doubt that.
The fastest short track on the planet has definitely thrown curveballs tonight. I mean, I might have to come up with a new nickname. If Dover is the monster mile, what does that make Iowa? The
short track.
7/8 of a mile, because this monster is definitely biting back.
Yeah, Castor had a set of tires to save, so he's running on brand new tires. Lap 156.
20 laps to go. That's going to be.
I mean, you're right. I think we're going to see some slice and dicing coming from Castor here pretty soon. He gives up a valuable second. Well, I mean, he didn't give up. He did spin out, so he's going to have Justin right on side of Dustin now. But Castor taking the last set of tires with 18 laps to go, probably be about 16 when they get the restart. They're going to have to put some work in with those tires. I mean, he's going to be hitting it all hang loose now. Dustin's still sitting in first place, just minding his business. Brandon Hinton making himself up to the third spot now, and you got Chris Melton and Robert Olofsson. There he goes, staying up there in top 5. So he's been slowly peaking around there, keeping his car alive and keeping it steady. Eric up to 6th place now, so not too far off where he started from. Yeah, a couple cars mixed up there that need to do pass-bys. Still stay under caution here, so 17 laps to go with this race. We got Eric still doing Eric things. I mean, 6th place, trying to keep that car together. He's not out of it yet. He's going to have a quick car coming right up behind him. I mean, Eric was in lap 50, so he might have had some fresh tires as well. I mean, Dustin and Justin up front, lap 117 was the last time they came in. If they can make the fuel go for that, I mean, good on them. I'm not sure the fuel mileage of this track. I just know that these Cup cars like to drink a lot of fuel.
I think we've had enough cautions that probably won't be a factor, but I do see that there's only 9 cars on the lead lap. 9. So I see Robert Olofsson, 22, in 5th. Again, having a pretty quiet night. I don't know if we're going to see Ant Caster from 7th run through the field. Again, he just seems to be right on the razor's edge of control. And if Dustin Reinstedel and Justin Thaler don't fight too hard for the lead in the first couple of laps, could pull away. Brandon Hinton and Chris Melton in row 2 are going to be
there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I've seen enough raw natural speed from them to keep up with Reinstedel and Justin Thaler. So I think Eric Thaler and who's on the inside of Eric? Well, I guess that's Olofsson. I think Eric's going to have some moving chicanes in front of him. So we'll see if Eric can get back up in the front after wild ride that tonight's been. I think Eric is just going to lick the stamp and send it. See what happens here.
Justin taking off now, off that restart. Choosing to elect the middle lane and get up there and take his line like he has been all night, run that low line. You got Brandon Hinton making quick work of Justin, goes slide up into front of him. The hard move to make stick. We got Justin keeping that high line, want to keep his groove going, keep that high speed going. I'm sure he's not going to let Hinton take that from him so easy. He wants to take that speed up. We got Hinton and Melton behind each other, fighting it out for the third and fourth spot, the final place on the podium. Caster still holding back there in 6th now. He has passed Olofsson, making his inside move on Eric Thaler now. So he's not wasting any time trying to get back up here. 13 laps. It's going to be a tough grab to get. Justin still hanging it out there, keeping Dustin in check, not letting him get away. We do see Eric Thaler now taking the 4th spot away from
Brandon Hinton.
Brandon Hinton, yeah, Hinton looks like he might have gotten the wall there, a little checkup.
So Dustin and Justin have gotten through the first couple of laps with Melton. That's a potential spoiler. So now the race is for the lead with Dustin Reinstedel in the 11, Justin Thaler in the 00, 2 of the Midwest Motorsports most popular drivers, racing all series. Stays up on every single text thread on the Discord. This is Midwest Motorsports action playing out right in front of us. The best reality TV is right here on Midwest Motorsports Sunday Night Cup Series. And Dustin Reinstedel not pulling away from Justin Thaler. Coming up on 10 to go.
Finally looked like they got this tracked out. I know it took them 165 laps to do it, but I mean, Dustin's been right there the whole night, and Justin looks like he's got his thing figured out. So riding right up to the edge of the wall. I mean, he might have been in that wall a little bit.
He's got an Iowa stripe, not a Darlington stripe.
That's right.
Definitely gives Dustin a little breathing room. If he saw that in the back, he'll know that Justin Taylor is giving it everything he's got, using the full track exit to try to carry as much speed as he can.
Caster hasn't made too much time up. He's still sitting back to 6 behind Brandon Hinton. Eric Taylor's in the 4th spot. Chris Melton in 3rd. You got Justin Taylor in 2nd, right behind your leader, Dustin Reinsettle, still holding down that 1st spot as he has been since, basically the end of stage 1. He's been up there the whole time. Started off on the pole, lost stage 1 to one of our key drivers who backed out. He lost to Dominic Savicki. So now Dustin just looking to put the exclamation point in this race and get out of Iowa. I mean, I think for him, he's the only person that's looked the most comfortable here. Justin might be finding his way now and trying to make up as he can. He's got 8 laps to do it. He's only half a second off Dustin's rear end as we take a good look off the bumper cam. It was a good view. Maybe get a little insight of how these bumps run into 1 and 2. I know that's a bumpy spot for sure. You can see there's little bumps coming on the bottom of the track. He's found something down there in that groove that nobody else has found, and he's making that car stick. You can tell who the leader is by how clean their car looks, and his car doesn't look like a bit of dirt on it at all. Bring it down to 6 laps to go now. Caster looking to make the move. He's found his way up into 5th spot now. Passes Brandon Hinton. Coming up to Eric Thaler now. Don't look now. We don't want to give Thaler any more headaches for the night. Caster trying to get as much as he can, get a top 5 finish. That's good. That's good points right there. Coming from 16th last week, I mean, 5th is going to be a good improvement for him. We got Chris Melton, might have lost a little bit there, and looks like Caster.
He got a slapper.
Yeah, you guys can't take snapper too, so he gave some time back to Brandon Hinton, who got around him. So now you got Melton and Hinton, 1 losing spot, 1 gaining a spot. Eric Thaler somehow magically in the 3rd spot after the night he's had. Good on him. Don't let the commentator curse hit Eric. Come on, man. Just keep this car going.
Very lucky for there not to be a yellow there after Aaron Holroyd. Again, running right on that edge.
I'm Aaron Holroyd. That's Eric Thaler.
Yeah. So good for everybody that we stay green, and good for Ant to catch it too after doing a little half spin and a catch. Dustin Reinsettle now over a second away. So we've got 2 to 3 laps to go for the lead. Why don't you bring us home to the checker flag, Aaron?
Yeah, 3 laps left to go. Dustin bringing it up to turn 3 and 4. Looking also smooth as he has all night. Justin Taylor doing everything he can to catch up, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Dustin has been sitting there the whole night, running nice and easy, and he's just been doing his own thing. Looks like, we got Chris Melton sitting on the inside of Eric Thaler. Keep these guys off together. I mean, these guys are the closest battle we have going on right now, running 3 and 4 for the final spot on the podium. Melton looking to get any points he can, play spoiler to Eric Thaler's night. Eric's in the top 5 right now, so he's going to be happy with that at least. But I mean, he wants to get as much points as he can after the night he's had. Final lap, Clarence Prince comes out of the pits with all the repairs he's had to do tonight, and Dustin bringing around 3 and 4, keeping a nice low line like he has been all night, wrapping it up out of 4. Going to lay it down, and Dustin Reinsettle is going to be your winner for the evening at Iowa Speedway, keeping it clean. And Eric Thaler will bring home 3rd in front of Chris Melton. Anthony Castro does move up to the 5th spot, but Dustin Reinsettle been smooth all night. Hasn't had much problems, kept the car clean, might not have had an incident point at all. Good on him, looking to make sure he puts his name back into the winner's box, winner's circle. Going looking for him to burn this place down. I know we'll be trying to get an interview with him in a little bit, but we'll go ahead and see what he can do as he gets his first win of the season, just right where he left off as your last series champion. There he goes, parking right there for everybody to see, giving a nice little burnouts on the finish line, let everybody know that he is still here and he's not looking to give that championship back up. He wants to do back-to-back Cup Series, baby. We get fireworks right into the drone cam view, and he parks it right on the finish line. Dustin Reinsettle, I think we're going to get our guys to try to get him in here.
I'd say that was a great race for Iowa Speedway. The Cup cars, of course, there were a couple more yellows than we normally wanted to see. Of course, more yellows than I think any of the participants wanted to see too, but took a little while to get the track figured out, knowing where the bumps are and knowing where everybody is. And so just a killer race for the Cup Series. And we're glad to have everybody on the Twitch stream watching with us. And glad to have everybody joining the Midwest Motorsports team. And it looks like we got the number 11, the winner at Iowa Speedway on the Cup Series, Dustin Reinstedel in the booth with us. Dustin, what a race, man. How did it go out there? Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. It went pretty good. Managed to only halfway lose it about one time. That was kind of my goal, which surprisingly for me was easier on the bottom, which talking to the other guys in the channel, didn't seem like that was the same for them. So it worked out for me. I could save tires and still, run my natural line. So kind of best case scenario on accident, I would say. This track is really hard with this car. It's like being on ice. As Norm said earlier, all you need is a hockey puck and 2 sticks. You'd be good to go.
Yeah, Dustin. So you run out there. Like they got Aaron here in the booth with you. I see you. You had lost you lost the position in the beginning part with Sawicki. He kind of came up out of nowhere and took the stage 1 win from you. But after that, I mean, you were clean as a whistle. I see you had 0 incidents. You were the only person out there that didn't get caught up in somebody else's shenanigans. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, the 70. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. He was definitely the fastest guy here. I don't know what happened with him. He looks like he disconnected. Maybe had something going on outside of the sim. But I was kind of just following him because he was fast in practice. So I was trying to learn a little bit. Plus, just knowing from the Xfinity race last night how much the tires matter here, which was really surprising because the car would get looser, but you wouldn't really lose on the lap time. So that was kind of interesting. I was a little worried about the 49 and some of those guys that pitted for tires being able to come catch us, or they pitted late anyways. Don't know if they took tires, because that thought was going through my head for sure.
Yeah, it looks like Castor Anthony looked like he took pits tires the last pit stop like 156, and he didn't make as much of a charge as we thought he was going to. Only ended up finishing 5th, but I mean, you look clean out there. You held the same line the entire night. I watched you that back end just get that same bump it got, and I mean, it was catching everybody off guard. So congrats to you and your race win and keeping out of trouble. And I know that's going to feel good, coming from 10th last week and your win this week, put your name back in the books and try to keep that championship for the season.
Absolutely. I had to miss the Daytona race, so I put myself in a little bit of a hole. So just trying to be consistent and dig myself out of it. Stay off the IPL, of course, always a goal. But no, I spun twice in qualifying, didn't set a qualifying lap last night in Xfinity, and ended up making contact with somebody else after the line to lose a 0x, which was all my fault for sure. So had a little redemption tonight after that, getting the pole and everything. So I'll take it. Thanks for doing this, guys. This is awesome to have it on Cup Series night.
Man, it's not a big deal ever. Like, I love doing this, and doing with James the last couple of times with the road series. I figured you Cup guys, you deserve it. You guys run a clean, hard racing on here, and it's time that the stream actually sees and hears voices for this thing, and you guys have yourself good racing, and keep up all the good work, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dustin, one more thing before we let you go. Anybody you want to shout out? And I also want to ask you about the Daytona road course next week in a Cup car. That's going to be interesting too. So shout outs, and what do you think about next week?
Shout outs. Just the awesome admin team that we have here, including you guys at Midwest Motorsports. Can't stress that enough. Second shout out, I got to dedicate this win. JT was giving me crap before I even crossed the line. Got to dedicate this win to my guy Denny, not making it in the championship. This is for him. Hopefully it makes his day better if he ever sees it. Other than that, just thankful for you guys. Road course next week. I've driven the Daytona road course like once in my life. So in a cup car with a setup that probably doesn't really fit this car, I'm sure it'll be interesting.
It's going to be
Stay
fun.
on the
It's gonna
track.
be something you're going to want to miss. So everybody,
Oh yeah.
listening, don't forget to tune in next Sunday night. Aaron Holroyd in the booth. We're going to see if Dustin Reinstettel can take the number 11 to victory lane one more time. Congratulations, Dustin. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Aaron. Well, that was a lot of fun, man. I hope you enjoyed it. And, like I say, this is your show. So I'll let you close it out and just know that you got a whole team supporting you, man. So they call me the voice of Midwest Motorsports. Does that make you the new voice of Midwest Motorsports? We got time to figure it out. But what do you want to say before we cut it off? And I'll let you sign us out.
Man, I'll call myself the sidekick of Midwest Motorsports. I mean, without the whole production crew here, this thing wouldn't be running as smooth as we did. And we have little hiccups with timing and stuff, but we all got it figured out. Everybody had a good race tonight. It was chaos the first 100 laps of people figuring out the things are going, and I'm happy to be here. I'll be here next week and for the future weeks, and looking forward to this. Midwest Motorsports, great community. I've been here for a year now, and these guys are awesome. And I look forward to many more years racing with you guys. As everybody grows and develops, finds out our roles, and makes this a better Discord, a better racing for everyone.
All right, that's it. Join us next week from Daytona Road Course for the Cup Series on Sunday night. See you then.
7 o'clock. See you guys then.